Man. Let me see. Okay. I see some of y'all already in here. Lil Quest, Lakeisha, Static Sam, Linda, Marissa, Rant Ready. I'm gonna give people time to get in here. And we're gonna get it going. Let me actually grab me some water real quick. Y'all grab what y'all need. I'm gonna grab me some water real quick. Get my face. We're gonna get it in tonight. Hopefully y'all ready to learn. What's up, Rashonda?
If every nigga in your clique is rich, your clique is rugged. Can't be falling out over hoes. All these bitches fucking for $1. It hurts, but they like rent a car. They build enterprises off the ballers with the biggest budget. My OG had to think, why did it miss the hustle? He lost 20 bricks to the police like it was nothing. He said, I ain't jack, this nigga hustling. Get him in by
What's
the
up?
truckload.
Nala,
That's why it's hard for
Lil Quest.
Cause they cut though. He said at 16 I was worth a meal, little nigga, if you must know. But keep that on.
What's up, Queen Ashley? Y'all hit that like button on your way in.
I said why? He said what we. So shout out to the niggas.
Let me share it real quick.
On the phone, that's what I never call you by your government. We hold the covenant from back when I was thugging it. At the end of the trap, trying to pay my mother's rent one day the SWAT kicked in the door and found some supplements. But for some reason, the police let us flush the shit. We was tripping, but I still got expedited for some charges down the Stokington. Cause I had a girl who went to school in Georgia Southern then never laid up. So
what's up, Biggie?
I was smuggling it back then. I had but even though we not together, don't let them hoes get to you. They sound like armor.
Oh man, what's up, Savannah? What's up, Tamika? I'm gonna give people a little bit more time. This isn't my regular day to do anything. This isn't my regular day to do anything. And people may not know we going live right now. So we give people time, but we ain't gonna wait on them all goddamn day. We won't be doing that. What's up, Lay? What's up, Meek Monroe? I think. What's up, Biggs? What's up? Y'all hit that like button on your way in. There's like 50 something of y'all in here now. I got 9 likes. Come on. Appreciate y'all. That's easy. That's something easy you can do real quick. What's up, Gina?
Get money, get money, get money, get money, get money, get money. Spend your whole life trying to get high. Get high, get high, get high, get high, get high, get high. It ain't nothing else. Get from, get from, get from, get from, get from, get from, get from. Spend your whole life trying to get by. Get by.
What's up, Jeremiah? Let me turn this down, y'all. That's my shit, though. Hold on, a little bit more, real quick. All right. I'm gonna chill. As y'all can see, I'm off cam. There's no picture, just my still picture there, which I call Black Sheep. I don't know if it's really called that, but that's what I call it. What's up, Annette? What's up, Nat? I'm going to be going through here talking about this conspiracy shit. Everybody keep talking about everybody doing conspiracies. Whole lot of conversation going on about such would-be conspiracy surrounding the assassination, and I'm still going to call it an assassination. I will explain why. I contend it is an assassination on Nipsey Hussle. We will be talking about that. But first of all, let me say shout out to Team Rob. Y'all already know what it is. Y'all click that like button on your way in. YouTube been fucking with my videos and shit like that. So they, a lot of shit they don't want to, they keep saying all my shit is not advertiser friendly and all that shit, which I know my shit ain't advertiser friendly either. If y'all want to show support to this channel, links in the description box to donate via Patreon. If you don't want to donate via Patreon, that's fine. Just click that goddamn like button then. That's the least you can do. Click the like button, share the video. I'm putting this information out because apparently there is some great amount of ignorance about what Cointelpro was and the continuing usage of Cointelpro by this government. Again, I'm off camera. Y'all be sharing the screen tonight. We will first pick up where this story, as far as Nipsey Hussle is concerned, left off. If you've been paying attention today, then you know that the culprit, the motherfucker that they say killed Nipsey. Let me get right. Eric Holder. I'm going to play y'all the Instagram post I shared of him being captured. Eric Holder apparently had some former beef with him. He was an informant, which people are continuing to skip over and ignore. He was a motherfucking informant. He is a motherfucking informant. Y'all let me know if that screen share is coming in clear for y'all, so y'all can see what's going on here. This is my Instagram page. If you're not following me on Instagram, you are on some bullshit. Links in the description box to follow me on Instagram as well. Here's a picture of the said fuckboy, Eric Holder, who they say in a gang, but this wasn't gang related. This was a personal beef that he had with Nipsey. They got into an altercation, and he decided to react by using murder. Again, I contend that he was sent. I'm going to play a video of the actual arrest of Holder, and just look at this arrest video. It even looks a little odd. Look at this shit.
I work at a mental health facility.
Wait, what? Hold on.
I work here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good thing you're late today, or you went out to lunch.
Is this him?
I think so.
This is the guy?
It's not positive yet, but it might be.
Oh my God, this looked like him. This is the guy that everybody been. Oh my God.
See?
Who was arrested at a mental health facility.
Oh Jesus Christ.
I don't know about this Jesus Christ shit.
Oh my God, y'all. I work at a mental health facility. My friend called me and told me that the guy called and said that he was his name, that he said his name was Eric Holder. This nigga is at my job. The police.
Okay.
I work at a.
Not gonna continue to play that. But again, they caught him at a mental health facility. They captured him real calm. Y'all noticed that, right? They captured him real calm because, again, as I told y'all, he is a motherfucking informant, which is one of the reasons I do believe that he was used to kill Nipsey Hussle. I do contend to that. Now, a lot of people are wanting to say, well, you know, just street violence and we got to chalk this up to the streets. Nipsey should have got out of the hood. Black people need to stop killing each other. Now, I won't sit here and act like that isn't real, that black men need to stop running around killing each other. But it's not that simple, in my opinion. I'm going to go back. We're going to go back and deal with Cointelpro. We're going to take it back first. We're going to go all the way back to the goddamn plantation. Y'all know they had people even on the plantation, these motherfucking coons on the plantation that were double servants to Massa. Not only will they be working in the fields, working in the house, but they would also do the snitching, the spying on black people for Massa. If somebody was planning to escape, they would snitch. This is basic shit, basic practices. And what they would do, what Massa then would do, the white man and his mama, what they would do is they would award the black slaves that would snitch on their people, these motherfucking coons, they would award them small pleasantries. You know, they wouldn't get treated as harshly as some of the other ones, get a little pat on the head. Some of you remember the movie Django, and you had Sam Jack's character playing this motherfucking full-blown, full-fledged, in love with Massa house nigga. Matter of fact, let me pull this picture up just because I think that motherfucking. Let me pull up that picture of motherfucking. What was his name on that? Django. Let me see if I can just find a picture of. What was his name on there? God damn. Let me see if I can find him. This motherfucker right here. This motherfucker here. These motherfuckers right here have existed since the plantation. This person, this character existed even on the plantation. They could be used and co-opted by the slave master to spy or infiltrate or full-blown carry out beating other slaves. This is real shit. Everybody want to act like this shit's not real. It's been happening since the plantation days. We'll bring it up to a more current time. We have Cointelpro, which is J. Edgar Hoover, who I don't fuck with at all. And if you do any amount of research, you'll know that Robert Kennedy, some would think was a liberal of some sort, he actually signed off on the tactics of Cointelpro to be used to tap Martin Luther King Jr.'s phones. So even one of y'all's heroes, some people view him as a liberal hero of black people, Robert Kennedy, and it was not real shit. He signed off on using these illegal tactics on Martin Luther King Jr. Now, J. Edgar Hoover was an old racist motherfucker, ran Cointelpro from 1956 to 1971. If you want to actually go do any amount of research, I wanted to pull this up because a lot of black folk, again, they're calling this conspiracy, but it's right here. You can do any amount of research and go find this information yourself. It's here. No issue, no problem. It's right here. So 1956 to 1971, and they didn't stop in 1971 at all. Well, when I go through the tactics that they use, you will see these very similar tactics being used right now to this day. To this day, they still using the same shit. Now, J. Edgar Hoover, he got so much respect in the game that he has a building in Washington, D.C. That's still the FBI building down in Washington, D.C. And I made a point one time to say, well, they tearing down all these goddamn supposed racist statues and shit, but they still got an FBI building with J. Edgar Hoover's name on it in Washington, D.C., and that's completely fine. Nobody has a problem with that. Problem for me. Hold on, let me find the right. Let me go through the methods of Cointelpro. These are the methods that they use in Cointelpro. And then you think about current day, these are the same type of tricks that they use. The number one method of Cointelpro was infiltration. Agents and informers did not merely spy on political activists. Their main purpose was to discredit, disrupt, and negatively redirect action. Their very presence served to undermine trust and scare off potential supporters. The FBI and police exploited this fear to smear genuine activists as agents. Again, it's right here, y'all. Right here. Agents and informers. This motherfucking Eric Holder is an informant. They probably got something on his motherfucking bitch ass. They probably got something on him to make him do whatever they want him to do. That's the number one, infiltration. They use black people to do this shit. Whatever organization they're trying to infiltrate, they'll use people that look like them to infiltrate it. Black people being used. Number two, psychological warfare. The FBI and police. Because again, when we say government, motherfuckers will act like the police is different than government. No, the police is the enforcing branch of the government, the foot soldiers of the government. This is why you keep seeing FBI and police, cops, 3Ks. Don't get this shit fucked up. The FBI and police use myriad dirty tricks to undermine progressive movement. They planted false media stories and published bogus leaflets and other publications in the name of target groups. They formed correspondence, sent anonymous letters, and made anonymous telephone calls. They spread misinformation about meetings and events, set up pseudo movement groups run by government agents, and manipulated or strong-armed parents, employers, landlords, school officials, and others to cause trouble for activists. They used bad jacketing to create suspicion about targeted activists, sometimes with lethal consequences. is here. This is no conspiracy, is here. It's real shit. These are government tactics used against black people. Number 3, harassment via the legal system. Again, the FBI and police abuse the legal system to harass dissidents and make them appear to be criminals. Officers of the law gave perjured testimony and presented fabricated as evidence as a pretext for false arrest and wrongful imprisonment. They discriminatorily enforce tax laws and other government regulations and use conspicuous surveillance, investigative interviews, and grand jury subpoenas in an effort to intimidate activists and silence their supporters. I made this point the other day where I posted about Keke Palmer's ass talking about, Jesus, and leaving shit up to God. This government doesn't leave shit up to God. This government doesn't leave shit up to religion. It uses its system within itself to enact laws and bullying tactics and dirty motherfucking politics and justice to infiltrate organizations and take people down. Ain't nobody waiting on God but black folk. We the only ones doing it. I'll continue. Number 4, illegal force. The FBI conspired with local police departments to threaten dissidents to conduct illegal break-ins in order to search dissident homes and commit vandalism, assaults, beatings, and assassinations. I'll say that shit again. To conduct illegal break-ins in order to search dissident homes and to commit vandalism, assault, beatings, and assassinations. The objective was to frighten or eliminate dissidents and disrupt their movements. I'll continue with this conspiracy, quote unquote. Number 5, undermine public opinion. One of the primary ways the FBI targeted organizations was by challenging their reputations in the community and denying them a platform to gain legitimacy. Hoover specifically designed programs to block leaders from spreading their philosophy publicly or through communications media. Furthermore, you know who owns the media? We know who owns the motherfucking media. This is why black media is so important. This is why black people using their voice to speak truth to what the media is trying to present to you as truth. It's important that we be quote unquote conspiracy theorists. I'll continue. Furthermore, the organization created and controlled negative media meant to undermine black power organizations. For instance, they oversaw the creation of documentaries skillfully edited to paint the Black Panther Party as aggressive and false newspapers that spread misinformation about party members. The ability of the FBI to create distrust within and between revolutionary organizations tainted their public image and weakened chances at unity and public support. Turn oneself against oneself. These are tactics that they have been using. It did not stop because it's so-called 2019, because it was Nipsey Hussle. It didn't stop with him. And it won't stop with him. Didn't stop with Eric, this motherfucker. It didn't stop with him. And it won't stop. It'll continue. I'm going to play y'all I posted this up. I'm going to play y'all this clip from Instagram. It's about 4 minutes in total. Some of y'all be patient because a lot of y'all don't like to believe shit. I'm going to keep showing y'all the goddamn proof, and shit's right here. Now, these are black folks saying this. I know a lot of y'all got a problem with black folk saying any goddamn thing. Again, you can go do the research yourself. It's here. To continue to call this shit a goddamn conspiracy theory when this government most definitely has been against black people the whole time makes no motherfucking sense to me. If you don't believe that, you can actually do any amount of research on what they call black identity extremists. They enact policies to affect black influential leaders. This is what they do. And y'all calling it a goddamn conspiracy. Y'all listen, it's gonna be about 4 minutes in total. Y'all just listen to this.
And police patrols. J. Edgar Hoover attacks the Panthers.
This bitch ass motherfucker.
Form of black organizing as a threat to the status quo.
Here go white man, y'all can listen.
Change that would have involved equality, that would have put power in black people's hands, was very much a threat to Hoover.
And the whole government.
He started something called Cointelpro, directed against what he called black nationalist hate groups.
Cointelpro was the abbreviation of Counterintelligence Program.
The purpose of this new counterintelligence endeavor is to expose, disrupt, misdirect, discredit, or otherwise neutralize.
Neutralize is kill.
Black nationalists.
Neutralize could mean making somebody an informant, or putting somebody in jail, or having somebody killed.
Defense and police
White man said
patrols. J. Edgar Hoover
we're gonna keep moving.
the Panthers.
Y'all like listening to the white man. He said it.
Killed. Hoover was sending letters to various offices almost on a weekly basis to come up with new ideas to go after members of the Black Panther Party.
$245 of the 290 Cointelpro actions were against the Black Panthers. One of the mandates was do not make this program public. Do not tell anybody that it exists.
And that's worked.
FBI
Because y'all don't believe shit.
that states the objectives of counterintelligence operations. One is to prevent the rise of what they call the Black Messiah.
We're going to get into that.
A single charismatic leader that unifies the movement. They want to prevent the appeal of radical political movement to Black youth. And they want to
Killed them.
I'll keep going. It's 2 more left.
to isolate these groups, to prevent them from gaining respectability in the Black community. And they were very explicit in stating these goals.
We were followed every day. We were harassed. Our phones were tapped. Our families were harassed. My parents were both visited by the FBI.
We must create suspicion with respect to their respective spouses, and your imagination and resourcefulness must be employed in order for the Bureau to be successful.
He would send letters to my wife, and the
Look at this
letters would say
motherfucker.
that Landon is sleeping with this woman, sleeping with that woman, sleeping with the other woman. Then when I got arrested, the FBI came to me and said, look, we got all this evidence, all these people are gonna flip and turn on you, we're gonna execute you. Because we got you now, we're gonna execute you. But
To isolate these
But what? Watch this. Watch what the butt was, y'all. Listen to the butt.
you will be an informant for us,
Mhm.
we'll let you know.
Listen to the butt. Just become an informant.
The FBI was very efficient, very simple, really. I stole a car and went joyriding over the state limit, and they had a potential case against me, and I was looking for an opportunity to work it out.
This bitch motherfucker.
And a couple of months later, that opportunity came when FBI agent Roy Mitchell asked me to go down to the local office of the Black Panther Party and try to gain membership.
The FBI wanted to destroy the Panthers. They absolutely saw the Panthers as the vanguard of a very, very threatening and violent revolutionary movement. They absolutely wanted this organization to be destroyed.
The FBI was you.
Now, y'all just heard that shit. This is from, these are would be respectable people saying this shit, telling y'all exactly what's going on. And y'all still ain't gonna want to believe it, and that's fine. We're gonna keep moving. We're gonna talk about we're gonna break down some of the articles of this Cointelpro, but I want y'all to understand that William O'Neal, a fuckboy, a bitch motherfucker, a black man was used to have Fred Hampton assassinated to infiltrate the Panthers. He essentially had Fred Hampton assassinated. The government paid this bitch motherfucker $300, and a week out, I think it was a week after he did this interview that y'all just saw him in, this motherfucker was hit by a goddamn bus. That's what happened to him. Hit by a motherfucking bus. Some people want to call it karma. I don't call it karma. To me, goddamn it, karma should have kicked in before the motherfucker even signed up with Hoover. That bitch ass nigga should have got hit by a goddamn bus before. I don't celebrate karma in the after you done goddamn caused this type of disruption to a young black man's life. Powerful young black man. I don't give a fuck about karma after them, a goddamn fact. Karma needs to step up and stop the motherfuckers before. That's why I don't do that karma. I don't do this spiritual shit that everybody be talking about. I don't respect it. I don't respect that shit. But nonetheless, that's what that shit was. Now, they briefly spoke about these articles, and we're going to go over this. Here it is in this form, but it's an easier read when it's actually typed out. So this is going to be this form, but we're going to read it out together. We're going to go through this shit. We're going to go through this shit together because it's here. It's a memorandum. This is stuff y'all can do research on. What happened to Nipsey, as people are continuing to call it some gang violence shit, I can't see it. And I refuse to rule this out. I can't ignore what the government does just to chalk it up as some random act of violence on some street shit because of some jealousy. I can't do that shit. My mind won't allow me to do it. It's not possible for me. I can't speak for nobody else, but it's not possible for me to sit here and just chalk it up. I can't do it. We're going to go through this. Motherfucking informant goes and murders a influential black man. And everybody, it's the streets, man. You know, you can't go to the hood. You know, the hood. Nipsey been in the hood. Been in the hood. Now it's the hood. Like, no. We're going to go through this. Hold on, let me get me a sip of water real quick before I get into it. Before I read this out. And now everybody want to sit here and call this shit a goddamn, if you even talking about this, if you even understand how the government works, I'm getting tired of y'all conspiracy theorists. And these is coming from motherfuckers that call themselves motherfucking woke. This is coming from these people. Like how you don't know about Cointelpro and J. Edgar Hoover's bitch ass motherfucking tactics as he this government dismantled one of the greatest organizations that black people ever had in this whole goddamn, in the country, the Black Panther Party, and you just chalk it up. They don't do that. They wouldn't do that. He was black that did it. They use black. What the fuck are y'all talking about? That's what they use to get close to us. Oh, he was somebody that knew Nipsey. What the fuck does that mean? He was the perfect person then. Motherfuckers killing me with this shit, man. The fuck are y'all talking about? Y'all supposed to be smart, woke, conscious? Y'all don't know about this? This is when I learned this shit, this was on my first level. Like, this is very basic level. Everybody's supposed to know about Cointelpro. And if you believe the government stopped, the same government you sit around talking, making videos about, you think they stopped? I'll continue. Because again, we're going to go through this because this is what people call a conspiracy when the documentation is here. How the fuck do you call something a conspiracy and it's right here? Just because you don't think it applies to Nipsey. Because he was a hood nigga, basically. So it don't apply to Nipsey. Please. All right, okay, let's go through this. All right, these were the goals, the would-be goals for the Cointelpro. These were the goals. This is what the problems they had. This was their would-be fears, and this is what the methods they would use to take out or go at the Black Panther Party. And what their fears was with black people in general. Number one says to prevent the coalition of black militant national groups in unity, there is strength. A truism that is no less valid for all its triteness. Basically, as simple as that statement is, it's real. They knew this shit in the 60s. The government knows what black unity is. They understand what black unity is and what it will cause for them. It will disrupt their whole system because white supremacy cannot be successful without our active, willing participation, without us programming our children to worship, praise, idolize, and look up to white motherfuckers. They understand. The government understands this shit. To prevent the coalition of black militant or militant black nationalist group. And they want to call, they call the Black Panthers militant and black nationalists because they love themselves. And they will refuse to let the goddamn police come do whatever the fuck they want to do. Y'all got guns, we got guns. Y'all patrolling our neighborhoods, we gonna patrol the motherfuckers and watch your bitch ass because you the one coming in here causing all the goddamn problems. This was a militant black defense group. How they know there's power and unity and black folks sitting around like they don't know what the fuck going on? Acting like we can just go out here and everybody can just live their best life separately and be individualistic and we gonna have some type of success. Even the government know when we are at our most powerful. Stop playing. An effective coalition of black nationalist groups might be the first step towards a real Mau, a black revolutionary army in America, the beginning of a true black revolution. This is in the documents. This is them studying you, understanding when you are at your strongest, understanding what black unity will do. They didn't want no black revolutionary army. Motherfuckers running around with afros, loving themselves, not giving a fuck about what the white man is talking about, checking him on his fuckery, knowing the law, knowing what the fuck's going on, understanding your rights as a black man in this country, black man, woman, and child in this country. That's what they fear. Come on, y'all. This conspiracy? It's blowing my mind that motherfuckers are sitting around calling this shit a conspiracy. As Nipsey Hussle was going to reaching the children, which as we go through here, you'll see how impactful somebody that can reach the kids is to these motherfuckers, the young folk. We'll talk about that here in this next segment that we're going to read here, point 2. Trying to end gang violence, squash some of that motherfucking beef. They don't want that. They want the murders to continue. They want them bodies to continue. Number 2, prevent the rise of a messiah who could unify and electrify the militant black nationalist movement. I'll read that shit again. To prevent the rise of a messiah who could unify and electrify the militant black nationalist movement. Not a motherfucker floating down out the goddamn sky. Not a motherfucker that rolls up from the dead 3 days later. Not that messiah. Not the one y'all get on y'all knees and pray to. Real life, boots on the ground, black man or woman messiah. That's what they want to prevent. And it's still continuing to this day. They don't care about y'all praying, waiting, forgiving, giving shit to God. They ain't writing no goddamn. There's nothing in here. As we go through here, you won't see nothing about no damn. They're not worried about Jesus, the power of prayer. They're not worried about that. I'll continue. Malcolm X might have been such a messiah. He is a martyr of the movement today because they assassinated Malcolm X. Again, y'all can say, well, it was black folk. Black folk did it, but the goddamn government set it up, which is the same thing we're saying in this situation. This bitch ass Eric Holder, he did it, but I believe he was sitting. I'm not letting these motherfuckers off the hook for it. I won't let him off the hook. How can I when I'm reading this shit? How could any of you when this shit is out here? I'll continue. Martin Luther King, Stokely Carmichael, and Elijah Muhammad all aspire to this position. Elijah Muhammad is less of a threat because of his age. When you're wondering why sometimes you have these political activists, these black activists that get out and they let them out when they old as hell, that's because they've passed their peak. They old, they less of a threat. When they took out Malcolm X, that was one of the biggest moves they ever. That was one of the biggest things this thing could have even done. Him and as young as Fred Hampton was in his early 20s, these fucking cops gonna go in there and murder him while he's asleep. Come on now. That's why the youth is so important. That's why when I'm telling y'all, I don't care about y'all grown folk. I'm not. It's no beef, no negativity. I'm not worried about y'all grown folk. It's the young folk. That's who they scared of igniting and igniting a fire in is the young folk. King could be a very real contender for this position should he abandon his supposed obedience to white liberal doctrines, nonviolence, and embrace black nationalism. Listen, y'all don't understand. These motherfuckers, they writing this shit right here. It's right here. King could be a very real contender for this position should he abandon his supposed obedience to white liberal doctrines. White Jesus, the Bible, turning the other goddamn cheek. If he would have embraced black nationalism, he would have been they even said themselves. Now, they still took him out because, again, what the king that they don't want y'all to get to know is the one that was leaning more towards what Malcolm X was talking about towards the end of his life. Speaking about these reparations that these motherfuckers owe us towards the end of his life. Not that I have a dream shit. No, because see, I have a dream is him still, he hadn't abandoned his obedience to white liberal doctrines with the I have a dream shit. When the whole little white people hands and shit and sing and shit and kumbaya and shit. No. Black nationalism is a goddamn threat. Not that Jesus shit. Carmichael has the necessary charisma to be a real threat in this way. To my Stokely Carmichael, who later changed his name to Kwame Ture. He wasn't running around talking about no Jesus. I understand what I'm reading out to y'all. I had people telling me, oh, I don't know what Cointelpro is. I don't understand, or what you talking about. Like you just making this shit up. It's here. I'll continue. Point 3. Says prevent violence on the part of black nationalist groups. This is of primary importance and is, of course, a goal in our investigative activity. It should also be a goal of the counterintelligence program to pinpoint potential troublemakers and neutralize them before they exercise their potential for violence. Basically, us defending ourselves against the violence that was being enacted on us. That's all that is. Because we weren't violent. Black people ain't been violent to nobody other than other black folk. Which is why these motherfuckers can use us to go out and commit acts of violence against our own. But ain't nobody hire nobody to go do something about George Zimmerman. He good. He good. They don't care about us enacting violence on each other. They don't want no violence coming their way per the defense of them being violent towards us. That's what they don't want to see. Us stand up for ourselves. You push me, motherfucker, I'm going to punch your ass in the motherfucking face. They don't want that. You pull out a gun on me, bitch, I got 2 of them. They don't want no parts of that. So they would call people who would stand up for themselves troublemakers. And it says here, and neutralize them before they exercise their potential for violence. None of this has anything to do, again, they're not talking about the cops and their potential for violence. They're talking about black folks standing up for themselves. Not praying, not giving shit to God, none of this bullshit. Black people standing up to themselves against the motherfucking cops and against this government that have always been violent towards black people. They have no issues with Crips, Bloods, murdering each other all day, every day. Ain't nothing in here about no shit like that. And you won't see any documentation or any type of policy. They don't care nothing about that. That's fine. That's business as usual. That's what they want. It's when we stand up against them that we got to be neutralized. I'll continue. Point 4. Prevent militant black nationalist groups and leaders from gaining respectability by discrediting them to 3 separate segments of the community. Again, y'all listen how deep this shit is. Like, they study us. They study our movements. They study our weaknesses. They study them. Because this is just one of the documents. While we out here playing around, living our best life, dancing and shit, going to the club every weekend and shit, they studying us. Says the goal of discrediting black nationalists must be handled tactfully in 3 ways. You must discredit those groups and individuals to first the responsible Negro community. Who the fuck y'all think? We're going to just have a little exercise here. Who is the responsible Negro community? Who do y'all think that is? I'll take some time to see who y'all think that is. Who is the responsible Negro community? Again, this is their documentation. They know. Who's the responsible Negro community? So first, it is to discredit. The first thing you have to do is discredit these groups, those groups and individuals to first the responsible Negro community. So have these motherfucking pastors, have the motherfucking Black Caucus, have the Boule, have them come out and speak against would-be militant, would-be nationalists, have them come out against them, the preachers and shit. Have them speak against, like, no, that ain't what we do. Have them speak against them first. That's the first thing they have to do. Get the coons to defend or to shame or put down the nationalist groups. Do you know how many black folk I done heard say the Black Panther Party was a racist organization? You mean black folk I done heard say that? Christians? This is what they do. These are methods that they use. The responsible Negro community. I'll continue. Second, they must be discredited to the white community, both the responsible community and to liberals who have vestiges of sympathy for militant black nationalists simply because they are Negroes. So first, you get the coons, the religious folk, the Boule. Second, you discredit them to the white community as well. Because it's not enough just to have the black folk hate these groups. You need white folk to hate the motherfuckers too. Even the liberals. The liberals will be what y'all would consider the Democrats. Same ones that be racist as hell towards your ass as soon as you turn your goddamn back. Might give you something to drink, but they'll stab your motherfucking ass in the back if it comes down to it. Anybody that have sympathy for militant black nationalist groups. Because if you do any amount of research on the Black Panthers, if you look and do real research, you'll see some white folks standing out there. You'll see them. You'll see a few of them trying to support the movements. And Cointelpro, even the white folk that would even be trying to even fund or give any type of support to, they would goddamn tap their phones and get shit on them to fuck them up out of the game. But you know what them white liberals would do? As soon as they get threatened a little bit, you know, white motherfuckers, they can't hold water. So as soon as they get a little bit of pressure, they back out. They done. Because they don't really have a vested interest in this shit. You come to me, I'm a rich white motherfucker, and I happen to, you know, have some sympathy for a black nationalist group, and I want to support them. But you come to me and tell me, well, motherfucker, look, if you don't want no problems, You better let them black people go. You better stop supporting them black folk. Who are they gonna side with? Even if they wanted to have some type of sympathy or wanted to even ride a little bit, who they gonna side with? White folks snitching. White folk is the original motherfucker. Them motherfuckers been snitches. They ain't about to ride. Not for real. I'll continue. Third, these groups must be discredited in the eyes of Negro radicals, the followers of the movement. So first, we're going to get you with the responsible Negro community. Second, we're going to have the sympathetic liberal whites. Third, even other groups of Negro radicals infighting, basically. Infighting. Have them argue with each other. If you look at the sector of black YouTube, you'll see it right now. Y'all telling me this shit ain't still real. Even the ones that call themselves woke, even the ones that call themselves conscious, even the ones that call themselves even talking about these issues, them motherfuckers that take all the time in the world to turn down another would be conscious or somebody else is doing this shit too. They do the same shit. All this gossiping and shit going on goddamn black YouTube. And y'all allow it because y'all black folk love this type of shit. Y'all are planned ignorance. It's right here in the goddamn documents. Right here. Taking place right here on fucking YouTube. And y'all clap this shit up. Beef. Gossip. But y'all love this shit though. This last area requires entirely different tactics from the first two. Publicity about violent tendencies and radical statements merely enhances black nationalists to the last group. It adds respectability in a different way. I'll read it again. Publicity about violent tendencies and radical statements merely enhances black nationalists to the last group. It adds respectability in a different way. So basically, when you ride, other black people will fuck around and respect that shit. They stood up for themselves. Y'all know we do have a tendency to stand behind black people who stand up for themselves. This is why Malcolm X appealed to so many of us, is because he was an unapologetic, fuck that type black person. That's what he was. Black man, that's what he was. And through his bravery and through him standing up for himself and speaking with such power, black people flocked to him. And other black radical groups flocked to him as well. We gotta understand this shit, y'all. I'm telling you, black folk out here playing games. And this government ain't playing no games. Government not playing no types of games with y'all. We playing. Point 5. A final goal should be to prevent the long-range growth of militant black organization, especially among youth. I'm gonna say that shit one more time. A final goal should be to prevent the long-range growth of militant black organizations, especially among youth. Specific tactics to prevent these groups from converting young people must be developed. So they had a whole different set of ideology to keep young people from knowing or getting this type of motherfucking knowledge. Come on now. Now, they ain't even got to work hard now because we raise our kids to be coons. They ain't got to work hard. This is why, again, I've been talking to black parents, and I don't give a fuck what y'all say about that. I'm going to continue to bang on black parents to raise their children to be a motherfucking threat. Right now, we're raising non-threats. We're raising motherfuckers that cry in the face of racism. We raising children that pray in the face of racism, that turn the other cheek in the face of racism because that's what they see us do. Who believe all the propaganda. Anything the media puts out, they believe it. They scared that our kids will fuck around and love themselves unapologetically. And we scared to raise them like that. Ain't that crazy? They scared of us. We scared of them. Ain't that crazy as hell? Again, all of this can be researched. It's here. And for people to disconnect, people to sit around, let me go back up here real quick. People to sit around these things, act like these things are not connected. Let me put Nip up here real quick. I told y'all, man. Fuck a RIP. They don't want brothers like Nipsey, the ones that y'all call hood niggas. Do y'all understand the power of the so-called hood nigga? If that motherfucker wake up, what they gonna do? What can they do if hood niggas fuck around and wake up? The soldiers, the ones that got all this heart amongst each other, if hood niggas wake up, they are done. And y'all telling me that, you know, Nipsey was just some random hood dude? No, he was trying to appeal to hood dudes, hood niggas. Get them to wake up and see the importance of investing in real estate, buying your block up, the importance of doing research and taking your money, whatever way you get that money, and invest it in your neighborhoods and show these kids a different way. Do y'all understand if hood niggas wake up? Man, are y'all serious? Y'all don't think this man was a threat? Not enough for the government to target? This is what black people want me to believe, that, oh, just some random hood nigga just, you know, he went in there and hit him because he was jealous of him. No, I'm not saying the jealousy ain't real in the hoods. If we ever get to the point to where jealousy ain't even real, well, we don't have people who will fucking sell out. No, motherfucker, you got to kill me before I turn on mine, or whatever information you got on me, whatever you got hanging over me, you just gonna have to kill me. You gonna have to use it, do whatever you gotta do, but I'm not turning my back on mine. What if we had that? What would that be? How powerful would that be if that was something that was raised in us from young, as opposed to going down to the goddamn altar call, getting baptized, and praying? What if we substitute all that bullshit out and put in codes? Something else I've been talking about. Y'all motherfuckers tell me I'm crazy. I'm tripping. That's too hard. Like, I'm the one talking crazy. To believe that the government would sit here and take out a hood nigga, they will. Don't matter if a hood nigga is on that path, because they understand the power of that. Y'all don't. This is why y'all sitting around just chalking it up as some hood shit. They knew y'all would. They knew y'all would chalk it up. As soon as they put the information out that the motherfucker was black and the motherfucker had a goddamn problem, then, oh, okay, it was some hood shit. And all these woke black people talking about, damn, you know, it was just some, you know, it's just how black people is, it's just some hood shit and all this shit. Like, come on, man. This information is out here. Y'all telling black people to go read all these goddamn books and all this shit. You so fucking smart. And you can't see this. You can't see propaganda. And you won't even take time out to look at it. You immediately chalk it up as, oh, yeah, he's black. So, you know, black on black crime. You know how niggas is. Nipsey been in the hood his whole career. But all of a sudden, when he started doing interviews, breaking shit down for real on big platforms, all of a sudden, and y'all don't see nothing to that at all. Y'all ready to let these motherfuckers slide. Come on now. Look at what we're saying about our own people. Just because you may be a hood nigga, that doesn't make you ineffective. In my opinion. doesn't make you ineffective, especially if you're on that path. He's supposed to be going to a meeting with the cops, which I think was a complete waste of time. I swear I'd be wishing these dudes had me in their corner. That's a waste to talk to cops about ending gang violence. Like it's a complete waste because they don't want it to end. They're just sitting there and listen to Nipsey and they would have nodded. Yeah, man. They don't want it to stop. They don't want gang violence or violence at all to stop. If this country gave a fuck about violence in black neighborhoods and black areas, they wouldn't be so destitute. There'd be businesses flourishing in black areas because poverty is what leads to crime. Not because black people have a violent nature. If this society gave a fuck about anything as far as ending violence amongst us, they would provide the would-be jobs, infrastructure. Our schools wouldn't be subpar. They don't really give a fuck. They need somebody to fill them prisons up and somebody to paint as the ultimate criminal in this country and really all over the world. Propaganda. That y'all woke black people are supposed to be against propaganda, but it just depends, I guess, on what week it is, whether y'all against the system or against the propaganda or with the propaganda and with the system. Y'all pick and choose. You go back and forth too goddamn much. For me, anyway. Sending prayers up and shit. Talking about some RIP. This flip-flop shit to me is trash. I don't even think we have the time to do that. You know how they was able to get over the lie that Christopher Columbus discovered America? It's because all the motherfuckers believed it. That's all it takes. All the motherfuckers believed it. Propaganda. You repeat a lie long enough, it becomes the truth. The government didn't have no problem lying to you about that. No issue lying to you about that. The government has no problem assassinating whoever is telling the truth, whoever is coming against any one of their big corporation, their mega corporations. We can't even call them big at this point. Mega corporations. They'll take you the fuck out. And I don't give a damn what the media says. I don't give a damn if, black people want to tell me this is about gang violence and all this shit. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't believe that. Gang violence is a real issue in black neighborhoods. I'm not going to deny that. But this shit right here, no. That ain't enough for me. Not when I know their tactics. Not when I know their motherfucking tactics. It makes no sense to accept that when you know their tactics. If you don't know their tactics, maybe you do accept it. But to call people conspiracy theorists over shit that's actually here, practices that they've been doing since the fucking plantation, patting little motherfucking pet coons on the top of their motherfucking head for going to snitch on other black people trying to free themselves or even planning to organize. I think one of my followers, Victoria, one of my followers on, actually been following me for a long time. Shout out Victoria. She, when I posted about me having to come on here and break Cointelpro, she talked Cointelpro down. She mentioned that Netflix has on there now Spies of Mississippi. It's a documentary. I didn't know it was on Netflix. I own it. I've had it for a couple of years now. You can just watch Spies of Mississippi. When I say this government been using these tactics against any type of organizing black people, any type, this is not new shit. And to rule the government out and to listen to other black people completely rule the government out, you shouldn't trust them. Now, I can't tell y'all who to fucking follow. I can't tell y'all what to do with y'all likes, with y'all comments. I can't tell y'all what to do. I'm not trying to. What I'm telling you is anybody that's going back and forth from talking about the American government is against black people to the next minute, the American government is telling the complete truth about this situation when a black man has been killed then you got to question that. You got to question them. You have no choice but to question them. They're making you question them at this point. Like, okay, what you talking about? Because next week you're going to be crying about a motherfucking cop getting off for murdering somebody black. Next week you'll be right back to talking about how fucked up the justice system is. The justice system is the government. The cops is the government. FBI, CIA, all these motherfuckers work together. They are the government. A lot of motherfuckers be always asking, well, who is they? The government. Every motherfucking part of it. Anybody asking you that stupid ass question? Just, it's a motherfucker that's trying to, that's just choosing to be dumb. Who is they? The entire government. From the cop to the motherfucking judge to the motherfucking court system to all these motherfuckers. FBI, CIA, they. But we keep wanting to goddamn just, again, black people make me so fucking mad sometimes, man. And I love my people, I do. I love my people. But I had to unfollow pages the other day over this shit. Like, I ain't the type of motherfucker, I'm not gonna go be rah-rah on nobody's page. I'm not that type of motherfucker. But I had to unfollow them when they sit here, you know, just, what you talking about? What are you talking about? How can you make it so simple? Now, supposedly, Nick Cannon, some of y'all may have seen this. Nick Cannon said he gonna finish Nipsey Hussle's documentary about Dr. Sebi. Now, I don't fuck with Nick Coonan. I don't. I've heard this motherfucker and some of the stuff he has had to say. Y'all know if you've been watching my channel, then you know I've talked about Nick Coonan. I actually deemed him Nick Coonan as soon as I saw what the fuck type shit was coming out of his fucking mouth about white women. But he said he gonna come out here and finish this shit. Now, I don't trust Nick Coonan. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. And then he talking about the Lord and all this shit. Let me tell you what I hate about black people that be doing. This is what Nick Cannon gonna say. And I ain't gonna read the whole thing, but just, and the Lord said, job well done, my son. What the fuck are you talking? Why do black people use these fucking religious pleasantries to, you know, like, who gives a fuck about you? The Lord said? Did he tell you, Nick? Did he come talk to you? Job well done, my son. Like, what are you talking about, man? God damn, the Lord ain't... Boy, these religious motherfuckers make me so goddamn mad, man. Job well done, my son. He wasn't finished. What job? The fuck he, man, gets murdered, assassinated at 33? What job are you talking about? You got young children. And black people, every time somebody get killed, they want to act like, you know, heaven needed a new soldier or some stupid shit. We say anything. Which is why religious people, as we read through the documents, are not a threat. Talking this stupid shit. Job well done, my son. What are you talking about? Heaven needed him a real one. You know, what the fuck are you talking about? How the fuck you know what heaven need? And why the fuck is it always needing black activists and leaders? Why is it always needing black activists and leaders that's trying to organize here on the ground? That the government is taking out and murdering and killing? What are you talking about? I seen pictures with Tupac got goddamn angel wings on, holding Nipsey Hussle. Like, what the fuck is wrong with y'all? Do you know how stupid you look? The real ones, man, you know, God, he needs some real ones up there with him. Like, what the fuck does God need company for? What are y'all talking about? Company? He get lonely? He need real ones? He need real soldiers? Like, y'all niggas, listen. Religious people say any goddamn thing. And I done got to be so fed up with seeing it because it looks like some slave shit. something atrocious happens to your people. Oh yeah, God needed. No, man, no, that's not real. Keke Palmer. Let me show y'all what she's talking about. Let me show y'all Keke. Keke Palmer. Listen to this motherfucker. Again, this is random. I'm just gonna go through a couple things with y'all. I got a lot of animosity and anger in my heart towards what the fuck I've been seeing out here. Let's just watch this shit.
I'm seeing a lot of stuff on my timeline being said about the passing of Nipsey, and people are talking about conspiracies, and, you know, all this type of stuff. And while anything could be true, what I wish that we could all realize is that it's not always about everybody who's against us. There's poison in the air. There's air poison. Poison in the food. There's racism. Yes, there's greed. Yes, there's ageism, sexism, and all those things. Right. But at some point, I think we have to realize a lot of that stuff we have to give up to God.
Oh, do we?
It is not up to me or you to save the world overnight. That's actually not our job.
It ain't.
The only job we have is to be good to ourselves and be good to one another. And if we actually did hold that of value, if we actually did hold community up to real value, no one will be able to stray us. No one will be able to pay us to hurt someone else. No one will be able to put us in a situation where we do harm to others.
I do agree with that. I'll give you that.
About ourselves.
I'll give you that last part. I'm completely dog. I'll give you that last part. Like, should nobody be able to pay us off to hurt each other? I do agree with that. But we got to give it up to God. Like, when black people say shit like giving it up to God, don't he already got it? I don't understand the stuff that people say. Like, we can give these lashes up to God. Now, God can easily do something about these goddamn lashes. Like, stop playing with me now. Like, you got money and shit. Like, they don't need for you to run around looking like that. We can get them lashes up to God. Why are we always giving shit up to God who's supposed to already have it anyway? What the fuck are we talking about? It don't make no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. Look at us. This is us right here. This is right here. This is what we are. Look at our babies. Poor baby. Poor child. Look at it. Being indoctrinated. Don't even know, like, I'm gonna just do this for right now. I don't know why the fuck I'm doing it. My mama doing this, so I'm gonna just do it real quick, and then at some point I guess they'll explain it to me. I don't really know what's going on right now, but you know, this is a prayer apparently. The baby can't even goddamn talk, but he praying to God. This is what we doing to our kids. Nowhere in the Cointelpro documents is this something that they scared of. Nowhere. They're not worried about this. You get black folk on their knees. Ain't nobody worried about that. You in a prostitute's position. You on your knees. Ain't nobody worried about that. Come on now. Come on. This system. This the same system we're going to be talking about next week. This is fucked up. But then all of a sudden, 2 innocent black men did 42 years ordered to get out of goddamn prison. This same system that does this shit. But we praying. Teach our kids this. This will save them. We've been praying all these years and we still getting falsely imprisoned for 42 years just for some motherfucker to be like, oh man, we tripped. My bad, yo. You ain't do it. No, y'all good. Yeah, y'all can go now. It's okay. Yeah, you've been in here a while, but shit fucked up. We trying to be good to niggas, you know, or Negroes, or, you know, ADOS, what y'all want to be called right now. We just trying to be good, you know. Give y'all a little something. Let 2 of y'all out real quick. Like, come on, man. The same fucking system. Y'all trust these motherfuckers? Stop it. Stop. Had to get on Zaza's ass a little bit about this goddamn conspiracy shit. She made this long dumbass post talking about people apologizing to Nipsey's family. Like, what you talking about? What are you saying? She surmises that people should apologize to Nipsey Hussle's family. that we overreacting. Like, what? Overreacting? Like, black people, man, when I tell y'all, I get so goddamn mad, man. Why would you, who would need to apologize to Nipsey's family when black folk out here riding? Nipsey said ride. Well, goddamn it, that first step of riding is to raise the conscience in your mind and say, fuck this government. The same government that turned its back on Dr. Sebi, who was making a goddamn documentary about. The same government who I believe is responsible for killing Dr. Sebi. We supposed to apologize for saying that this same goddamn government had their hands in Nipsey Hussle being murdered too? We got to apologize for that? We overreacting? What the fuck is... I'm telling y'all, I don't know what the fuck is going on. It's revealed that it was some senseless street What? That shit ain't been revealed. That's what the fuck they told y'all. What you mean revealed? Since when does the goddamn government reveal shit to black folk? Real shit. We got to go look. They don't even cover our goddamn stories. We got to make them popular on the goddamn internet for the news to even pay attention to any of it. Revealed? What? These is woke folk, man. And people supposed to apologize. She talking about, I'm watching, especially with people with major platforms, toying with people's emotions and misleading them for what? Good question, motherfucker. Misleading people for what? Who the fuck is sitting out here talking about Cointelpro purposely trying to mislead somebody? What? And here's why they ain't scared of shit like this. Being calm and still in the midst of adversity is everything. Pay close attention. Sounds just like this, don't it? Ain't it them? Ain't it them? Ain't just being calm and still in the face of adversity? They've been telling you he won't never put more on you than you can bear. He don't do, God don't do that. Be calm. Be cool. Trust the government. They don't lie. The media is going to reveal to you exactly what happened because that's what the media does. And I'm crazy. I'm the one that's the problem. I'm the one that's the goddamn problem. Because I got tattoos and say cuss words and shit. Get the fuck out of here, man. Killing me. I don't understand, man. I don't understand our people. This motherfucker, he gets on there talking about all this conspiracy shit. He wants to dispel, you know, it's some hood shit. You know how Charlemagne's old, you know, his bitch ass. Old coon motherfucking ass. But look at your boy. Who's like, who is these? This nigga has no right to say anything. I don't feel like Charlemagne has the place to say anything. I don't give a fuck about what books this bitch ass motherfucker write. I don't care. For him to be calling, he tries to call himself woke. I don't deem him as woke. But Charlemagne, the motherfucking coon, what's up with your boy, though? You think I'm gonna do y'all think y'all gonna look in behind me and see some shit like that while I'm talking? Propped up on his book. And he wants to come out here and a lot of motherfuckers are taking their time out to dispel all conspiracy theorists, which I don't think that we should be called conspiracy theorists at this point. Logical, practical thinkers. Deductive reasoning is being used. You pay attention to pattern. I'm getting tired of even the insult of somebody being called a conspiracy theorist if they're challenging this motherfucking lying-ass government. But you got motherfuckers like him with big-ass platforms on here with this y'all's man. Y'all fuck with this dude. I don't fuck with him, but this is what he got in the background right here. I'm telling y'all. And I'm the one that's crazy. I'm the problem. Let me go back to picture Nip. Just bring me back. Let me go back to a picture of Nip, man. I just can't deal with a lot of this shit, man. It bothers me that black people, it just, I mean, and I expect this from, I guess, the non-woke, I don't even know what to fucking call people at this point, because I can't carry woke, I can't carry conscious, I can't carry none of this shit. I can't carry shit, because I mean, I get my car revoked whenever people feel like it, you know. I can't carry none of it. But you can be a goddamn practical black thinker. You can do that. You can do the research. You can see the pattern that government is used. You can understand that they rule every lynching a suicide and have an issue with that. Ain't no conspiracy. That's real shit happening. Influential black activists being killed. There's no conspiracy in that. That's what they've been doing. They scared for black people to unify. They scared of that shit. They want us on our knees. Nipsey said, I think he was doing an interview with, he was doing a show with Tariq Nasheed. If they kill me for this documentary, y'all better ride for me. How he gonna say something like that? And y'all turn around and say, oh, it's conspiracy. Oh, y'all need to apologize to his family. He even said it. Now, to me, I think it was bigger than the documentary. I think it was what he stood for. Being a hood, a waking hood nigga. Again, classified as a hood nigga. He even said it. He's a conspiracy too. Because apparently he knows that this government, if they, again, they being the government, he knows that they assassinate and murder black people for being powerful, for being influential, for making moves for their people. He knows this. He knows it. Like, come on, man. He was a conspiracy theorist too. Okay, y'all. Let me get back real quick. Let me get back to my... Okay, y'all should be seeing my little still. This is how I be feeling though. I swear I be feeling like that every day. I don't know what to do. Let me go over here, get back here. I'll take some time to deal with some of y'all's comments. If anybody has any comments, I haven't been looking at the comments because I've been screen sharing and shit. But I'm looking at the comments now. Y'all click that like button for a brother. Put the word out that we here. We are here. And I ain't falling for the bullshit. I can't make nobody else. I can't control nobody else. But I'm not falling for the bullshit. I refuse to fall for the bullshit. I'm not going to put nothing past the government. Now, can I say without a shadow of a doubt in my mind that the government is responsible for it? No, I wasn't there. I wasn't there in the room or but I know how they use informants. I know how they use informants. That's just a matter of fact. Time to Work says, speak on Meek Mill in Shitty Cuz DM. I don't know anything about Meek Mill's being in anybody's DMs. What do you mean? I know that Shitty Cuz is what they call this. Apparently they call this dude that. But I don't know about Meek Mill's being in his DMs. I've been in here talking to y'all for a minute. I don't know if that's something that just came out or what is Meek Mill's talking about in somebody's DMs. Victoria Welsh says we need to have separate bathrooms, water fountains, and public lynchings again for our people to wake up. I hate that. It seems like that's what it's going to take. I hate that. I hate that it seems like that. Like it's grim. Like, why does it take all that? Why does it take that for? Why does it seem like that's what it's going to take for us? For us to wake up. It makes no sense to me. You think everything that's happening would be enough fuel, because it hasn't stopped. It ain't like, it's not like the government done took a break. It ain't never took no break on us. Never does. So it's like, what y'all need? That God damn, what's necessary for y'all? Brother Mesh says the movie Belly, where they made DMX an informant to kill the black leader. Exactly. I remember that shit. I remember that shit. Using something on somebody, whether it be a criminal record, like, motherfucker, you're gonna do 1,000 years if you don't do this shit. Now, this shit's basic. It's not only in Belly, it's in plenty of movies. If you watch any amount of movies and political shows, they put this shit everywhere. Their tactics are everywhere. Black people just act like the government don't do shady shit. They act like the government don't do shady shit and don't use black people to set other black people up, because the person that can get close to you is a black person. If a white person was to try to come directly assassinate a black person up close, it'd be hard for them to get in. That's what you'll understand when you watch the documentary Spies of Mississippi. They talk about that. They couldn't get close enough. So they started using black people to get their information, because black people was willing to do it. Gorgeously Made says, I hurt for Lauren and the babies. She spoke out about an hour ago, lost for words. Man, I hope. Now, I don't know much about Lauren London other than her being with him and her having a child with, I think, Lil Wayne. I don't know much about her, but I can only hope that the fire that was in him, he put a little bit of that in her too. I can only hope that. I can only hope that she ain't, hopefully she not no coon. She gonna raise her kids to be little submissive coons and have them on their knees praying and talking to the Lord and all this shit. I hope that's not the path that she's raising her kids on. But my heart does break for her, because now you have black children being raised without a father. And that's, that's just devastating, period. That's devastating, period, man. LV says, if you listen to Nip's music, he was a conscious rapper, and now there are no mainstream conscious rappers left. Some would argue that J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar are the conscious mainstream rappers. Some would argue that. Some would argue that. Virgo Move says they put all these clues and symbolism in these movies and TV shows, and we still out here blind as shit. We don't take stuff serious enough and think it's just for entertainment. Most definitely. You can't get, it's like this shit's right here in your face, man. If you could just watch one political show, I mean, these motherfuckers be doing all types of shit. These motherfuckers be doing all types of shit. And we just chalk it up as entertainment. We'll chalk it all up. But we're really more entertained by drama anyway. So a lot of us don't even watch this stuff with like, you know, with like your third eye open, if for lack of a better, you know, better phrase, with the third eye open. We don't watch shit with our third eye open. We're watching, waiting for some type of dumb shit to happen. Waiting for Tyler Perry to put a movie out and put Tiffany Haddish in it. Or put goddamn Taraji in it. We want to watch little dumb, stupid shit like that. Shit don't require us to dig deep and look into our minds and parallel these movies to the type of tactics they use in life. And there's research to back up all this shit. We don't want to do that work. We want to watch dumbass reality shows with black men and women sitting around fighting all goddamn day, all show. That's what they want to do. Aaron Garnett says J. Cole and Kendrick don't have their feet on the ground in the hood like Nips. It's not the same. I don't think it's the same. I don't think they're the same. Somebody said Big Crit too, but I don't think it's the same at all. But as far as conscious mainstream rappers, as far as their rap music, someone argued they're conscious. And somebody else said Big Crit. Savannah, Georgia said House of Cards. Even though Kevin Spacey is a goddamn sick ass, gay ass motherfucker, I watched House of Cards up until the last I watched House of Cards up until they took it off or ended the show or whatever. House of Cards will show you a whole lot of shit, man. That's a newer show. I've been legal shows to show you a lot of how these lawyers and shit be goddamn fucking around playing games with the goddamn so-called justice system and everything. I mean, it's all types of shit out here. All types of shit out here. The shit that they show us is real. If they classify it as not real, we'll believe it's not real. But anything they call a documentary is automatically real. The shit they did on R. Kelly, documentary. The shit they did on Michael Jackson, documentary. And you believe all the shit in them. But a movie come on, oh no, this is fiction. We just putting it out there for y'all. All of a sudden it's just, oh yeah, it's fiction. It ain't real shit. Like, come on now. The Plastic Bowl says, wasn't there another government parody type show like House of Cards? I can't remember the name of it though. There's been plenty of shows. I mean, hell, you can just watch goddamn, a lot of y'all like Law and Order, the SVU shit. That shit been on for goddamn 1,000 seasons now. Like, you can just watch show, like, these cop shows, law shows. There's a good law show. God damn it, Suits, a good law show. It'll show you some shit. But damn near all these shows about cops and lawyers and shit, like it's you'll see that shit is in there, man. It's all in there. The movies that come out, hell, I know we use this one a lot with the Matrix and all that shit, man. That I be believing that shit, man. I look at movies different. I'm not just watching shit. I don't just watch shit because that doesn't make any sense to just watch stuff. Not when you know they're using the TVs to program your thoughts. They believe it's powerful, so you can't just watch shit. You cannot just watch shit. There are plenty of documentaries on Netflix right now. I've been trying to put people up on. Hell, we can look at Nipsey Hussle's life right now, and they just put a documentary up about Sam Cooke. They just put a documentary out about Sam Cooke. I told people to go watch it. I told people to go watch it. You know who killed Sam Cooke? A black woman. Do I believe she did it on her own just because she wanted to? No. No. Hold on, let me find the exact name of that documentary. I think it's Who Killed Sam Cooke, or let me tell you the exact name of it. The Two Killings of Sam Cooke. That's what it's called. It's called The Two Killings of Sam Cooke. Y'all think they just stop using these types of tactics? I told people to go watch this type of stuff. Black people are entertained by this type of stuff. I also told black people to watch the documentary they have on there about the Black Panther Party. It goes. That's why I took those snippets that we watched that I put up on Instagram. I got that from that documentary. They've been using the same tricks for too long, and we're allowing that shit to still work. Everything that the government said, everything the government says, everything the media says, since they work hand in hand, I don't believe these motherfuckers. I don't believe them. But we'll see how this goes, man. Y'all, I'm about to get out here. This ain't my official day to be going live anyway. I just wanted to come in here and deal with this shit. As far as people calling this a conspiracy, I'm seeing black people put this shit all over post conspiracy. Y'all need to stop with the conspiracies, which are basically telling you stop questioning the motherfucking government, stop questioning the media, because that's all somebody want to call somebody a conspiracy theorist. That's all they're saying is, well, stop asking questions. Stop saying you don't trust the government. That's all they're saying to you. And for you to be woke, calling yourself woke, conscious, whatever, and you don't question the government is a problem. It makes no sense to be that way. It makes no sense to go back and forth. Just because Nipsey was a hood nigga. In the hood, when changes start happening in the hood, they are done and they know it. This government knows that shit. If anybody has any questions about Cointelpro, y'all share this video. Y'all click that like button for me. If you want to donate anything, click the links in the description box. Donate through my Patreon. If you want to donate anything, you don't have to. Again, just click that like button, click the share button, and let people know where we at and what we're doing over here. This is practical black consciousness. That's what I'm always talking about. I've been running this decolonize your mind because I feel like black people need to be decolonizing our minds in an effort to also not colonize our children's minds, because we're doing it for them. They don't have to work. You see how fearful they are of our young people, the young people in our communities, stepping up, understanding who they are, and having a militant mindset, not taking no shit from this motherfucking government, from anybody out here. You see how powerful. They made it very clear that they worried about young folk. So if they make it very clear that they worried about young folk, then we have to look at that and see that we have to be concerned with our young people, our kids, even if they ain't your kids, our kids, all of them. We have to be concerned with that. I really appreciate y'all for watching. I appreciate everybody who was in here commenting. Again, y'all click that like button, share this video out here. Y'all follow me on social media. Everything's in the description box. You want to order a t-shirt from me, that's in the description box. I know a lot of people be asking me about some of my t-shirts. If you want to see some of my shirts, they in the description box. There's a spread shirt link there. Go there, check it out. Order a t-shirt, whatever, you know. But just let everybody know that we here. We here, and it's time for black people to wake the fuck up, and it's time for us to challenge people who sitting around wanting us to believe what the fuck the media talking about and want us to trust the goddamn government, who in 1 week's time will be letting some goddamn cop off for murdering one of our brothers and sisters. Same one, y'all, not a different one, same motherfucking one. And I don't trust them, and I'm not gonna motherfucking start just because y'all gonna call me a conspiracy theorist. Fuck y'all. That's what I got to say. Mad love, y'all. Shout out Team Rob. I'm out.